to another episode of Bilingual Center for Behavioral Health. I'm Luis.
I'm Norma.
And welcome again. So before we get started, guys, as always, don't forget to subscribe and like. Also, if you want more information about what we do here at the agency, check us out at bcbhlb.com. There you're going to be able to get information on services we provide. You can look up our therapist, send us questions, get our phone number, address, etc. So again, if you want more information about Bilingual Center for Behavioral Health, check us out at bcbhlb.com. With that, we'll get started. So, all right. So what are we going to talk about today, Norma?
So today, let's talk about the importance of seeking therapy or therapeutic services, right?
Sure.
And everything about it.
Okay, great. So recently I have read out there, I don't know if you've heard, but that a lot of specifically teenagers, but also adults, are diagnosing themselves. Did you hear that?
Yes, like about all this social media and looking in different places to
social media. Okay.
mental health.
And I was thinking they were using WebMD. At least
WebMD?
they would be using some kind of certified source. But so they're not even using that. They're using social
TikTok,
media.
just Googling stuff, Instagram, and all these people posting information about mental health and how people are like that self-diagnosing.
Yeah. So why is it? Let's talk about why that could be dangerous. So something I can think of just top of my head is if you're looking off social media or TikTok, you don't really know who's giving you that information. So that can be dangerous in itself, right? So if you don't know if the person's licensed, if they just started school maybe, and they're chapter 1 of, I don't know, the DSM-5. There are, so you don't know exactly who these people are that are giving you this information, so you want to be very careful. So just like you wouldn't diagnose yourself to go to the doctor, you wouldn't want to diagnose yourself mentally, and just say, oh, based on what this person's saying, this is what I got.
Yeah, I think there is a lot of misinformation. And when we see people posting all this information about mental health and what is anxiety, what is being bipolar, or what is depression, and then especially teenagers are looking into this information and they think, oh my God, I am bipolar. Oh my, I have dissociation problems, and it is sometimes not the right information. And the thing is, there are other teenagers posting this information, explaining how they are managing all these difficulties, which can be dangerous.
Basically, it can be dangerous. As Norma said, it's misinformation. You don't know where it's coming from. And even, I'm even going to go, people might not like this, but even in schools, guys. I've had clients before, I don't know about yourself, although they do the right thing in school. I believe, at least in this situation, it turned out okay. But I've had clients before where apparently they're doing screenings in school now, which is okay. I understand why. They're doing depression and suicide screenings because suicide's been up, especially with teens. Unfortunately, though, that is not accurate or an accurate determination of if somebody is depressed or not. We don't even we use those, but we don't base our diagnosis based off of screening. So that is a tool that we use, but we don't base our diagnosis off of that. So that can be dangerous as well, because I did have a client that luckily her parents did the right thing and they came to us, because of the screenings. But for a while, the person was just walking around thinking they're depressed and something's wrong with them and they need help. Luckily, like I said, the parents did the right thing once they found out and they got help. So you want to make sure that that's where we're getting to, that you do get the right help. So what's the difference, Norma, between getting the right help and the appropriate diagnosis versus just going off TikTok or going off a screening that you might see either in school or maybe even off of a magazine?
It is the importance is getting the right treatment.
Mm.
If by itself it is difficult for us as trained therapists to give a diagnosis, it's not like that. It's not like, oh, we see this questionnaire, check, yeah, this is a diagnosis. It's not as easy as that. Yeah, we are trying to look for other stuff. So the importance is that once you have a correct diagnosis, then you're gonna have a correct treatment. What is it that we're going to be working on? I have a lot of kids that come here and then they just tell me, you know what, Norma, I think I am bipolar because I was looking at this, and I have all of that. And then we start reviewing that and talking about that. And just because they check some of the symptoms that other people are sharing, and then they think they are bipolar, and then they're getting all anxious just to know that, and they are actually not getting the right treatment. So when you come to a therapist, we are trained to do that. We are trained to give a correct diagnosis, and not only based on screenings. That is the base. That is the basis to give us an idea of what to explore. And once we have the right place, that we are on the right place with the right diagnosis, then we know where we are going to be moving toward, which is a correct treatment.
Good. Yeah, and I think Norma hit it there on the head. Even if you do have the right diagnosis somehow, right? Because it's possible. Doesn't do anything for you if you're not getting the right treatment. So the key is not only getting the right diagnosis, but making sure you're getting treatment. So even if you are coming up with the right diagnosis based on your favorite social media person that you follow, you're not getting any treatment for it, so it doesn't matter. We encourage everybody, whether you think you might have symptoms of something, whether somebody told you that you might have something, we encourage you to, get help. If you're here in the Las Vegas area, of course, we would encourage you to come here, Bilingual Center for Behavioral Health, and see one of our therapists to get a closer look. At the very, at the worst, they say, oh, you know what, we did the assessment, nothing wrong with you, thanks for coming, and now you know. And I guess I shouldn't say it's the best, right? But you get an accurate diagnosis, and now you got help, and you got a trained professional that can actually point you in the right direction. So, anything else, Norma?
Yeah, I think that's it. There are some positives, right? The positive of having all this information in social media. The positive thing is like it serves as motivation for you to seek a professional, to go visit a professional, or to look from a professional. If you have any doubts, if you see this on the social media and you think, oh my God, it sounds like I kind of like feel that way, or it's something that is familiar to me, then that is a good thing. So you can go look for professional help. So you can be encouraged to go look for help, and not only take it as a diagnosis by itself, but as a motivator or a motivation to go look for a therapist and to make an appointment to really pay attention to your mental health.
Perfect.
So,
yeah, good, awesome. So thank you guys again. Again, we encourage you guys to look us up at bcbhlb.com. Again, subscribe and like for that user that left the comment last month. We did see it. Last month we focused on the different, with different professions in mental health. Somebody asked if a CP or a clinical professional counselor, if there's an intern version of that, and that is correct. That would be a CPCI. That would be an intern version of clinical professional counselor, which means that they have not passed their test yet. So, so just to answer that for that individual. So, but we look forward to seeing you guys next month. And again, please submit your questions or your suggestions, and we will talk soon. So, bye-bye.
Bye.